Hello, everyone. Welcome to another trivia session for the Kenton County Public Library. Once again, I am your disembodied voice host, Seth Longland, the Outreach Services Branch Manager. Hopefully, we've got the audio figured out a little better this time. I've got a new microphone here. Looking at the PowerPoint we've got built with some trivia here. Just so you see at the top, we do have our website. If you haven't gone there yet, highly recommend it. We do have ebooks, e-media. You can stream movies. There's all kinds of cool databases. If you don't have a card, you can get on there and sign up for a card. Pretty awesome. We have a reference chat going right now, so if you have any questions, you can definitely get on there and ask us some questions too. So hello, everyone. I see we've got some comments rolling in. I've figured out everything so I can dual screen at once now, so this is nice. I can see some of this here. We'll go ahead and we'll give it another 30 seconds or so, just make sure I got some people here. And while we do that, I will get to the next screen. If you have a trivia team, call them now and assemble. Otherwise, you can ride solo on this one. Good morning, everyone. The theme again for this trivia session is going to be movies. So any of you film buffs out there, get ready. You'll have to put on your movie cap and we'll see what we've got. Okay, so some basic rules. This one is a little different. There's only multiple choice and short answer. No true or false on this one. There's 15 questions. I will warn you, the majority of them are short answer. You'll have 30 seconds to answer each question. And at the top of the screen, you'll see a little circle. That will be your countdown. It will play a fun little track as well. Okay, so question one. It's a short answer one. Sean Connery brought famous spy James Bond to life in this 1963 film, the first of many. What is the name of this film? You know what? Okay, there we go. Looks like the slides are taking a minute to pop up, so we'll start it now. Okay, and on to question number two. And is everyone able to see question number two right now? Is that coming through? Looks like there might be a delay on the slides getting on there. Okay. We'll go question number two. We've got another short answer. Founded in 1986 and acquired by Disney in 2006, Pixar Studios released their first feature-length film in 1995. What was it? Okay, and moving on to the next question. This is question number three, another short answer one. As you wish, says the farm boy. What is the name of the 1987 fantasy adventure film that this line comes from? Okay, and question four. Burt Ward and Chris O'Donnell both played this iconic superhero sidekick in feature films, one in the 1960s and the other in the 90s. What character did they play? Okay, and question 5 is another short answer question. And this one is, what 1979 horror sci-fi film featured the tagline, "In space, no one can hear you scream"? Okay, and moving on now. Question number 6. This is a multiple choice one. Jamie Lee Curtis cemented her status as a scream queen in the seasonal favorite horror film 1978's Halloween. Who directed this film? Was it Wes Craven, George Romero, John Carpenter, or Tobe Hooper? Okay, question number 7. It's a short answer one. Married actors Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar starred in this adaptation of a classic Hanna-Barbera animated series. What was the name of the 2002 movie? Okay, question number 8. Gene Wilder starred in this 1971 film featuring musical numbers such as Pure Imagination. What movie is it? Okay, question 9. This 1942 classic contains many iconic lines, often misquoted, however. The line, "Play it again, Sam," is never actually uttered in the film. What film is it? Okay, question 10 is another multiple choice question. This is where they start to get a little bit harder. So, only 5 women have ever been nominated for an Academy Award for Best Director, and only one woman has won. Who was the winner for Best Director at the 2010 Academy Awards? Was it Sofia Coppola, Greta Gerwig, Catherine Bigelow, or Ava DuVernay?
It's later than I'd like, but I can't turn out the light. My mind, I think, is still in overdrive. The thoughts I have keep racing of a creature that is pacing in the clouds.
Okay, short answer. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn made a splash with this 1987 romantic comedy that would later be remade in 2018. What is the name of this film? Okay. Question 12. A prolific and world-renowned actress, she has received a staggering 21 Oscar nominations and an unequaled 32 Golden Globe nominations. Also a recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Who is she? Okay, and on to question 13. 12 was a tough one, I see. 12 one was a tough one. So, question 13. Actor Tom Hanks is one of two actors to win back-to-back Oscars for Best Actor. He won for Forrest Gump in 1994, and preceding that, in 1993, for what film? Okay, question 14. Famous for playing 80s action heroes and villains, including the wonderful Rocky IV's Ivan Drago. This actor also earned a Master's of Science in Chemical Engineering from the University of Sydney. What is his name? Okay, and now we're moving on to the final question. Question 15. This one is multiple choice, and it's a tough one. The two famous Bergmans of film, actress Ingrid and director Ingmar, only collaborated on one film. What is the title of this 1978 film which earned Ingrid an Oscar nomination? Was it A, Autumn Sonata, B, Murder on the Orient Express, C, Scenes from a Marriage, or D, Cries and Whispers? Okay, so that is that, everybody. Congratulations. There we go. You otter, go out and celebrate. Actually, stay in and celebrate. Stay in and celebrate. It's just a wonderful little meme of an otter right there, so I figured we'd stick with that instead. Okay, we'll move on to the next slide. Now it's time to score it up and see how many you got correct. And then, if you did very well, jump on the couch like Tom Cruise did. Or if you get one correct even, celebrate like Tom Hanks. Question 1 was Sean Connery brought famous spy James Bond to life in this 1963 film, the first of many. What is the name of the film? Dr. No. That was the first film, James Bond, not the first book in the series, however. Founded in 1986 and acquired by Disney in 2006, Pixar Studios released their first feature-length film in 1995. What was it? Toy Story, of course. Go on for 4 sequels now, or 3 sequels, 4 films. As you wish, says the farm boy. Wesley is his name. What is the name of the 1987 fantasy adventure film that this line comes from, though? The Princess Bride. A lot of fun behind the scenes trivia on that one. So if you're a big fan of the film, there's a book called As You Wish by Carrie Woolways. Definitely recommend reading that. A lot of great behind the scenes tidbits. Mandy Patinkin has some great stories of filming that movie. Burt Ward and Chris O'Donnell have both played this iconic superhero sidekick in feature films, one in the 1960s and the other in the 1990s. The 90s is not so good to this character. What character did they play? Robin, of course. Burt Ward in the 1966 Batman series, as well as the movie that preceded the series, and Chris O'Donnell in Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. What 1979 horror sci-fi film featured the tagline, "In space, no one can hear you scream"? It was Alien. One of the best taglines ever. Question 6. Jamie Lee Curtis cemented her status as a scream queen in the seasonal favorite horror film 1978's Halloween. Who directed the film? A lot of prolific horror directors on there, but the correct answer is John Carpenter, who also wrote the famous score, and went on to do some other classics in horror film, The Fog, The Thing, and some other films, including one of my favorites, Big Trouble in Little China. Married actors Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar starred in this adaptation of a classic Hanna-Barbera animated series. What was the name of the 2002 movie? Scooby-Doo. There was also a sequel. Fun little fact as well, Matthew Lillard, who played Shaggy, would go on to take over the animated voice roles for Shaggy after Casey Kasem stepped down. Question 8. Gene Wilder starred in this 1971 film featuring musical numbers such as Pure Imagination. What movie is it? The correct answer is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That was the Johnny Depp, Tim Burton remake. But Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is what they titled this one. Roald Dahl was not thrilled with this film adaptation, but I think Gene Wilder is perfect in it, and I love it. 1942 classic contains many iconic lines. Often misquoted, however, the line "Play it again, Sam" is never actually uttered in the film. What film is it? Casablanca. As a matter of fact, Bogart and Bergman both utter lines close to that, but no one says that exact line. That's just kind of become the pop culture version. Only 5 women have ever been nominated for an Academy Award for Best Director, and only 1 woman has won. Who was the winner for Best Director at the 2010 Academy Awards? Answer is Catherine Bigelow. Greta Gerwig was nominated this past year with Little Women. Catherine Bigelow, I had it written down. I just dropped it. I think it was Zero Dark 30, though. If somebody has the correct on that, grab that from me. I believe it was Zero Dark 30 was the winner for her. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn made a splash with this 1987 romantic comedy that would later be remade in 2018. What is the name of this film? Overboard, one of the classics of the 80s. A prolific and world-renowned actress, she has received a staggering 21 Oscar nominations and unequaled 32 Golden Globe nominations. Also a recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Who is she? Meryl Streep, of course. It's got to be Meryl Streep. As far as awards go, one of the most decorated actors in history, period. Just with nominations and actual wins. It's kind of incredible to see her award record if you ever take a look at it. Hurt Locker, yes, thank you. That was what it was. I think she did Zero Dark 30 later. Is that right? Actor Tom Hanks is one of 2 actors to win back-to-back Oscars for Best Actor. He won for Forrest Gump in 1994, and preceding that in 1993 for what film? Philadelphia. Yeah, who was the other actor? I believe it was Spencer Tracy was the other actor to win back-to-back awards, but Tom Hanks is only the second one in history. Famous for playing 80s action heroes and villains, including Rocky IV's Ivan I Must Break You, Drago. This actor also earned a Master's of Science in Chemical Engineering from the University of Sydney. What is his name? I will not knock anybody for spelling on this one, but it is Dolph Lundgren, who has kind of made a little bit of a comeback for himself with the Expendable films with Sly Stone and all those guys. And finally, the two famous Bergmans of film, actress Ingrid, who was in Casablanca, of course, and director Ingmar Bergman, only collaborated on one film in their entire careers. What is the title of this 1978 film which earned Ingrid an Oscar nomination? It is Autumn Sonata. The only time those two, famous Bergman personalities got together and collaborated, and not the most uplifting film, but it is a stunning film nonetheless. Okay, everyone. Well, thank you for playing. I hope this was a fun little trivia morning for you. We'll be coming back not next Friday, but the Friday after, and we will be doing baseball as our topic. So tune in then. It'll be 10 a.m. on Friday, and we'll get some baseball going. Looks like 14 out of 15. Not too bad. That's a good score right there. Maybe we'll do another movie run. I'll just have to make them harder, I guess. So thanks everybody for swinging by, and have a happy Friday and happy weekend too.